It's another story I think a lot of Americans don't know. There's 1,100 U.S. troops in Niger at 3 bases, and they work with the Nigerian military, particularly the Special Operations Forces there. And particularly because there's this sort of confluence of terror networks that are all really converging on West Africa and coastal West Africa right now. And so we said we want to tell that story that no one's telling. They live in poverty. Millions of them are starving to the point where their bodies are eating themselves. They don't have water, they don't have electricity, they don't have health care. And now their security is really in jeopardy because of these terror networks. So we had planned this 10-day trip there to cover all of that and do several different stories. And 19 hours before the coup started, we were told by U.S. officials that they believed that the government there was pretty stable and that there weren't problems with corruption or infighting.
Tonight, chaos in the capital of Niger after what appears to be a coup attempt against President Mohamed Bazoum by his own security forces.
We had a couple of public affairs officer escorts, and I came down to breakfast, and one of them came in, and his eyes were enormous, and he said, okay, so it's fine, everything's fine, and said, there's a security situation, you need to go to your room. Over the next probably 10 minutes, it became clear that the president had been taken hostage by his own security services, and that the U.S. military and everyone in Niamey was locked down. The first time when we first saw the video of all the heads of the military together, that was the first moment where I thought, this isn't going to be resolved quickly. I think there's this stereotypical idea of a coup, and you have vehicles speeding through the streets with people brandishing weapons and people running and looting. Everything was calm until the gunfire started. So I kept thinking, okay, at a certain point, we're going to be able to leave and we're going to be able to get a sense of what's really happening. But we couldn't. The military stayed locked down. It's frustrating to be there and feel like you're in the middle of something that's unfolding and you're stuck in a hotel trying to watch it from afar and trying to gather. And I understood that it was such an unpredictable situation and it was changing quickly. But then as days went on, it became more and more clear that President Bazoum was not coming back into power. By Sunday afternoon, it seemed impossible for the U.S. not to see this as the legal definition of a military coup. And I know that the U.S. does not want to make that declaration because of all the legal implications that come with it. It cuts off about $400 million in aid to the Nigerian people who are going to be the victims of this entire thing in the end. All that's going to mean is this population of people who have so little already are going to be further exploited, and the natural resources of that country are going to be further exploited.
Over the weekend, thousands took to the streets of the capital here, mostly peaceful, supporting the coup. Some waving Russian flags chanting, "Long live Russia."
From the first day of the coup, the military started talking to us about, we'll get you to the airport when it reopens. You know, we were there on a military embed, and so technically they felt responsible for us being there and being stuck there. And they felt very strongly about us being able to get out before things got bad or potentially bad in the city or in the country. But we didn't make it far from the hotel until we hit the protests. And there were just a sea of people, and there was a police checkpoint. Then the police at the checkpoints started kind of walking down the vehicles. And that was the first point where I thought, okay, I think we need to get out of here. And all of a sudden, our driver just drove across the median and turned around and sped away. And the police were yelling at us, and we were able to make our way over to the base eventually. By the time we got to the base, the demonstrators had started attacking the French embassy. The U.S. embassy is right near the French embassy. There was definitely a more tense atmosphere on base when we got there on Sunday.
Hi, Kube. So we made it to Germany overnight. We flew on a C-17. Grateful that we made it out of Niger.
I don't feel very proud of my work all the time. I kind of feel like I'm doing my best and I'm doing my job. But one thing that I thought was really cool was the only 3 foreign reporters there were all women. And that was so cool to me, and I was really proud of it.
And proud you should be, Courtney. I mean, obviously, you just did some tremendous reporting while you were there, and this piece we just watched explaining what all was going on there is just incredible to listen to, as well as you watched what was unfolding, you know, sort of from afar, but really in the middle of it all. Talk to us about sort of what that looked like and felt like for you being there, and what it took for you to make sure that you and your team were safe.
Yeah, we kept joking, do we have the best timing ever or the worst timing ever? And I think we're still kind of debating that right now. We felt fortunate to have what was still a front row seat to what was happening there. And I think what was most important was we felt very safe. A lot of people have asked, were we in any danger? We didn't feel like we were in any danger. And in fact, the people in Niger were so welcoming. We loved being able to go out in the streets. That was one of the hardest parts when the lockdown began, not being able to go out and just talk to the people who'd been so welcoming to us while we had been there. We also just kept each other laughing and smiling the whole time. My colleague, our producer Moshe, our wonderful cameraman Giannis, we just kept each other's spirits up. The hardest part about it was really just the uncertainty of the situation. From the very first day when they dissolved, the military junta dissolved the Constitution, they shut down the airspace, they closed off the borders, it really wasn't clear whether this was going to be a small local issue. So really an argument between the head of this military junta, General Chiani, the head of the Presidential Guard Services, and the democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum. They were fighting. General Chiani was likely going to get fired. And so there were a lot of people the first day or two or even three who thought this is just going to be a fight between the two of them. They're going to resolve it and this is going to all end. But it became clear after a few days that just wasn't going to happen. And here we are 2 weeks later. It's still ongoing, Aaron.
I have to ask you, obviously you were able to pivot and do the reporting on what was happening there. But just on a human level, I know you've been to dangerous parts of the world before. At the same time, this just sort of bubbled up seemingly out of nowhere to the degree that you had to deal with it. You've got little kids at home. How did it sort of strike you dealing with the reality of the moment and not knowing, how things were going to play out?
It was really the uncertainty that was hard. I will say I don't always tell my kids where I am going or what I'm doing. I just kept telling them my flight was getting canceled. And one of my sons about 4 or 5 days in said, "Mommy, you've really got to get a better airline," because they didn't really know about the situation. When they're older, maybe I'll tell them a little bit more. But, I'm like a lot of working parents, right? You deal with things as they come.
Well, you did a tremendous job, really. Hats off to you and to your team on some incredible reporting from Niger. Courtney, Kube, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.